Trinidad Chambliss. He's playing. What does this mean for the other suits that are going on? The other court cases?
Well, it changes the outlook of the SEC.
Oh.
Ole Miss is a definitive SEC champion contender now with Trinidad Chambliss.
And it means that the coaches that have been waiting probably get their way, right? They were smart to wait. Here's Trinidad Chambliss discussing his 4 years of eligibility.
We're here today because we're asking the court for something, right?
Yes, sir.
What are we asking the court for?
My 4th year of college football.
Do you think that's a fair request?
Yes, sir.
Why do you think it's fair?
Because I'm asking what the NCAA has in their rule book. All athletes get 4 years of eligibility.
So that worked.
There you go. That's all you need.
That worked.
Most good lawyers will tell you, don't say too much. Say as little as possible when you're answering. So Trinidad Chambliss, he had a respiratory issue based off of tonsillectomy. Tonsillectomy.
Right.
And he sat out an entire season. Seems pretty legit to me. Now, Ferris State didn't give him a medical red shirt.
Did not
so
file
it's almost
it or
like
whatever
a clerical error by the previous school or by himself not looking into it. I mean, of all the things that are going on, this is one that I look at and say, yeah, give the kid the medical red shirt and give him one more year. It seems pretty cut and dry to me with this case.
But why did it take this long to do that? It's not like he hasn't filed for a medical red shirt before.
Did he have to file in Oxford, Mississippi also?
Right.
Or wherever he filed?
Wherever. Yeah, exactly. Maybe they couldn't get I know there was some deal with Ferris State not cooperating. Or I don't know.
Yeah, I understand why the NCAA is fighting so hard against Charles Bediaco or fought against Diego Pavia. Or is fighting against Joey Aguilar, because Pavia's lawsuit, and then if we'll find out today, if Aguilar, that's a trend-setting difference maker for the sport. Because then suddenly you're opening the door for everyone who goes to JUCO for none of that to count against your college, your NCAA eligibility. That is a rainmaker type case.
And we see how many,
if that continues.
How many quarterbacks, not just quarterbacks, but quarterbacks are top of mind for me. How many quarterbacks are in their 7th year? We see this quite often.
If it's someone, say Chambliss was arguing, hey, I played a half a year at Ferris State, but I was really hurt. And the team doctor made me play
through it.
Or I felt like I had to play. I want to go back and reapply for a medical red shirt, even though I played 3/4 the season.
Yeah, first time I'm bringing it up.
That's BS, and the NCAA should fight that one. I look at this case and I think the NCAA should have just said, you know what, we got so many other things going on that are bigger than this. Yeah, you get it. Shame on Ferris State for not filing for the medical red shirt.
And he had been told
you didn't do the due diligence, but we'll, in retrospect, grant you that year a medical red shirt, and you get one more year. And that's it.
The coach at Ferris State, apparently, according to Chambliss, pulled him into the office and said that he had filed for the red shirt.
Right.
Yeah, there's Pete Thamel with the news there. Testified that he had pulled him off, told he had been medical red shirt prior to the 2022 season.
Not a ringing endorsement for Ferris State's football program in this court proceeding.
No. But
if you're someone wanting to send your kid there to play for Ferris State, it's like, these guys really on the up and up?
And you mentioned
got some organizational issues going on at Ferris State.
What this means for the SEC. Think about what this means for the program at Ole Miss. What he represents with where they were, how good they were this year. You got your quarterback coming back that led you to the college football playoff, to the semis. You've got a chance.
Get your head coach texting players at Clemson while they're in class. I mean, willing to do whatever it takes. This team's going to bring in someone else. Who knows where this roster ends? I mean, there's other guys in class right now too that Pete Golding could send a screenshot of $1 million contract to.
This is huge.
Get over to Ole Miss.
This is huge for Pete Golding.
They may not be done.
Pete Golding, maybe not. Pete Golding now has his quarterback returning for what is really year one for him. After the roster, by and large, sticks around instead of goes with Lane.
Here's a question I have. Does Deuce Knight just go enroll in another college, even though there's no transfer window right now? And they just agree that he's going to be a walk-on somewhere to be a starter? A walk-on while he's getting paid NIL money? Nothing stopping from him unenrolling and enrolling somewhere else and not taking a scholarship.
Man, he's
a five-star guy who
Deuce Knight
ended the season playing for Auburn or was a lot more, and now he's going to go be the backup.
Man, and they've got everywhere he's been, even in high school here in Tennessee, he's had some.
Yeah,
there's storylines behind him.
They got a great setup. Walker Howard, a guy with a lot of experience, is also going to be a backup.
A great setup, but the premier quarterback's back.
It always baffles me when schools corner the market on multiple quarterbacks. Well, Kiffin did a good job of this at Ole Miss.
Well, that's
he did a great job of this with Chambliss. He did a great job.
Yeah.
I mean, at some point, if it's a game of musical chairs, and I am a rep for a quarterback client in NIL, I'm looking at this thing strategically and saying, don't go there because I know this person's applying for another year, or I know this is happening. I'm not talking about high school guys going to schools and picking it, but if you're in your 4th or 5th year, unless you're Ryan Staub, who's totally fine going and being a veteran backup for Tennessee and probably not even playing, that's fine if that's what you're looking for.
Well, as long as
I think Deuce Knight wants to play, I would assume.
But I mean, these backups now just get paid too. You know, like if you have the strong NIL, you have the strong collective, which Ole Miss does, and they had that with Kiffin. Man, they're raking in the talent, but they're also backups who are raking in the cash. I mean, the Tennessee's paying a lot for their backups.
Yeah,
you know, but Ole Miss has got a better crew of collected quarterbacks, that's for sure.
I think there could be a lot more intelligence on both ends of this quarterback thing, on the school's end and on the quarterback's end.
It's got to start with the school.
Quarterbacks don't need to lock themselves into a situation if they're a veteran player to where they're not playing. Go to a program that needs you to be a quarterback. Even if that program is Purdue, okay? Sorry, Purdue fans. Go to Purdue and start in the Big Ten for a year. Go to Minnesota. Go somewhere that may need a starter instead of being the 3rd string behind 2 guys you know you're not going to play over at Ole Miss or at LSU or Georgia or wherever the school is. You got to be strategic about it. And I think for schools, they got to get in programs really strategic about how much money are you allocating to the quarterback room.
Yep.
And I said the plan before. I'm doing a 2-year cycle of veteran starters that I'm going to bring in with 2 years eligibility. I'm signing them to a 2-year NIL deal. We know they're going to be the starter, and I'm bringing in 3- and 4-star guys as high school seniors that aren't making $1 million. And then if they become the starter and we develop them, well, I'm paying them.
Then you're paying them.
I'm paying them SEC or Big Ten money for a starting quarterback.
Your average pay.
So it's just a bonus at that point. But that way you're not spending $1.5 million, $2 million on a high school quarterback, and then $3 million on a transfer, and then you got to pay that money to the rest of your roster. You know, at some point, I want to give my offensive line money to make sure we're top notch.
Shoot your shot on Prize Picks. Get $50 instantly in lineups when you play your first $5. That's right. Prize Picks now giving you $50 in lineups when you sign up and play your first $5. Prize Picks makes every dunk, every dime, every board that just more exciting. So don't miss this chance to get started on America's #1 app for sports picks. New feature alert: Prize Picks now has early payouts. If your player gets off to a hot start, you now have the option to cash out of those winnings before the game even finishes. So download the Prize Picks app today and use the code HOTMIC. Get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5. That's code HOTMIC. $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks, it's good to be right. So there's no nuance between, I don't think, fan bases when it comes to what the courts are granting here for quarterbacks. There are different cases with this, for sure. But if Aguilar doesn't receive this and Chambliss does, there was like napalm going off.
Well, and to me, it's not just Chambliss and Aguilar are different stories.
Very different stories.
The comp is Pavia. If Pavia was allowed to play that 5th year and almost win a damn Heisman,
I know,
and Joey Aguilar is not, we must ask the question.
But within a day, I'm saying.
What's different?
Within a day, it will be viewed as everything's in a collected group. The response will be that immediately. Chambliss was playing, you know. Yeah. But you're right, it is Pavia. It's the Pavia example.
To me, that's the one. That's the direct one-to-one comparison.
And that's happening later this afternoon, right?
Yeah, and if he doesn't get it, look.
I'm surprised if he doesn't.
I'm for none of these guys getting it, okay? But it is a viable argument if you're Tennessee football to say, what are we doing here?
Well,
we just got our asses kicked by a dude who should be selling insurance by now.
Yeah.
And he's still in college. And we got a court in Davidson County saying one thing. We got the Knox County judge saying another. I think Aguilar's going to get that TRO, and he's going to be allowed to play one more year. But if he doesn't, Hutton, you're right. It sets off
napalm.
It sets off another chain reaction of people looking into things. But if he gets it,
we'll have another coach shouting from the rooftops.
Look out if he gets it too, because he won't be the last one.
But no coach shouting right now.
Hey, college baseball is going to be the next big battleground. You watch guys who've played minor league baseball that want to go back.
Yeah.
It's going to happen. They're going to get
paid
top dollar.
Can't you enter the draft in return?
Never played in college and went straight pro. Those guys that are struggling in rookie ball or A ball 2 or 3 years in, 4 years in, they're going to want to go back and play college.
Man, it's a totally different setup because you're in the middle of the college baseball tournament and you're in the middle of the draft, right? The draft is going on during the SEC tournament. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Who's going to be the team that says, we're getting ready for the postseason? I'm going to go get this AAA pitcher.
What if Alabama did that with Bediako in March instead of in January? Yeah. They would play with him, and it would take so long, March is over by the time this is, and there's no punishment. No punishment.
And it's going to happen with a pitcher. Because the pitcher just comes in and pitch. I mean, you don't have to be on the same level with your team. You need some reps with your catcher.
Yeah.
But go get a stud pitcher.
For the college experience.
Hey, here's our Paul Skeens.
For the college experience.
For the postseason, right? Like, this guy is on the verge of being on a major league roster, and he's 24, but we're going to bring him in for the postseason.
Throwing heat. Practically everybody's throwing 100 there, too.
It's going to happen.
Yeah, you're right.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe to OutKick Hot Mic.
Daily content and more at OutKick Hot Mic on YouTube.